changed anything because it goes back to like again, I'm not blaming the animators for this. They didn't. There was a serious crunch time, and they didn't have enough time to put it together. They really didn't.
No, absolutely.
So
I
I
mean,
do
this
hope.
is it's absolutely 100% on Marvel or Feige or
I
whoever
just
it
don't
was.
want them.
That's,
I don't want it to affect. I'd love to get another season of this already. Like I think they could build on this so well, and giving them more time for the CG, I think they can clean that up. I just don't want that to affect that.
You're right, Tony.
This.
You should do it first.
I just froze.
boom.
Sorry, everybody. Did I freeze?
No. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't paying attention to what you're.
I think I froze a
I was
minute.
listening.
I think I froze a minute in my video. I don't know about the audio froze, but anyways, so yeah, there we are. Anything else for She-Hulk or? You guys
It's okay. I think I'm still I have a better chance finishing it than Moon Knight, but.
Well, I mean, this is fun, you know. I mean, at the very least, it's something different. I like the comedy aspect. Considering the last couple of shows and movies have been pretty downer, actually. It's a nice palate cleanser, kind of like what Jim was saying. And that's something I did want to talk about. Maybe that we could save a lot of it for a broader topic cast. But I'm just kind of done with like the whole like dark, gritty, adult aimed, oriented stuff. And I'm not saying
that's it.
I'm not saying that the past stuff is bad or anything like that, but like I'm just ready for a shift in demographics and stuff like that because I don't know, I just feel like with the 1-2, and I think I mentioned this the other week, but like the 1-2 punch of Walking Dead and Game of Thrones, I think it just proved to people like nerdy things can be popular and widely
Accepted.
Yeah, accepted and stuff like that, and reach a wide audience. But I feel like because of that, then everybody else is like, okay, we got to get dark, we got to get gritty, we got to do.
Well, it's like that sequel thing. Like you can't do the same thing that happened before. You gotta outdo it, and just everybody's trying to outdo each other to the point that it's getting out of hand.
Right. So
yeah,
there you go.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll see what's next. But you're right. I mean, I think it's like you said, keeps one-upping, and it's like this is a nice break, the Rings of Power, I have to say. And it might get, listen, there's some, not that it's completely like clean. I mean, there's some like not mildly gross things. I mean, there's some violence. I mean, it's not over the top.
Right, but
that's all I'm saying.
I think it's more impactful when it's not all the time, right? Because then the moments that there are violence or darkness or whatever you want to call it, it's more impactful, right? Because it's like, absolutely. Oh shit,
well,
yeah, like there was
the tease,
episode
right?
2.
Right, it's the tease.
Episode 2 brings of like suspenseful, like wow moments, like oof, yeah. But I mean, it's not over the top.
I was impactful. As if you're like,
yep. You want to work for
them a little bit. You gotta get that anticipation going, and But yeah, it's like that, torture porn stuff. It's crazy.
All right, really quick, and then just to end on the She-Hulk talk, I will say this was probably my favorite episode, just because it had more of the law. Like I actually would love this to be more in court stuff. Actually, like I would just love to see that kind of thing. But the whole thing with we've all caught up, right? We've all seen the third episode. Okay. The whole thing with Megan V. Stallion, spoiler alert. The whole thing with Megan V. Stallion was like, I don't know. I thought it was really funny because like they kept referring to her as Megan V. Stallion, like the whole title and stuff like that. It's like, okay, and they actually got her for
her name.
Yeah, I know, but it was just funny when like just hearing
people
people
kept saying the, and I assumed it's always the because it
They
TVE.
do say the.
They say the, I think, in the show.
It might have been I forget. But anyway, the whole like post-credit sequence with
a stallion's a male horse, so her name makes no sense anyway. But whatever.
Yeah. But that post-credit sequence just was all everywhere online. It was really funny.
People were way for or against it.
It was not for me, but I'm not like, oh my god, I'm done with this effing show. Like
I've never seen
again back to Trolls.
Less sexy twerk ever, but it's okay.
Yeah. I just was like, again, back to neckbeards on the internet. I have no issues with this. I mean, we watched Star-Lord sing and dance. We've watched this millions of times. So whatever. It is what it is. All right. Anything else, Corey?
I watched Top Gun again.
Oh yeah, Top Gun. I did watch that too.
I was really like, all right, I have two movies that I'm really like, which one's better so far? So I had to watch because I've already watched the Batman twice, and so I gotta watch.
Damn, you spent a weekend watching the Batman again?
No, I mean it was a day. It was an evening.
No, I know. I'm just joking about the movie length.
But no, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I love the Batman, and so when we get to our of the years, it's gonna be right up there. Right now, it's between the Top Gun and Batman, and as of right now, Top Gun.
I think it's the only movie I watched.
Yeah, Top Gun's just still so good. Like even the second time. So
yeah, I have to buy that still. I'll probably just wait for Black Friday sale. It'll be on sale somewhere. Not too far off.
Yep.
And I did watch Top Gun. Like I mentioned last week, I got it. And it was great. It was fantastic.
Right? Weren't we telling you? Weren't we telling you?
Yeah, I mean, oh God, yeah, it was so good. It was like, I mean, it was. I don't even know how you capture that feeling again of the movie in the 80s. Like the 80s style movie translates to this era, and it works. I don't even know how that would work. If you had told me that was going to work, no chance, but it worked perfectly.
No, I remember like we all kind of like were like, okay, they're making a sequel to Top Gun. We're all just we're like, okay, like sure.
But they even just the best thing about that movie is they didn't even sell out. They stuck to their guns, and they and they kept the feel of the original movie, and they brought it to this timeline. They brought it to this era, and it's just like unbelievable. They pulled that off. It's so good. It's so good. So it's up there for movie of the year. It absolutely is. There's no question in my mind. I'm not saying it's definitely that, but it's. I don't even know. I don't know which one I enjoyed more right now. So I don't know what else, but this is there without a doubt. So,
sure.
Tony, anything else for you?
Let's see. So I finished watching that Tekken anime. Just because.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would watch an episode while I was eating or cooking or both. You know, cooking then eating, stuff like that. I actually really liked it. I'd give it like a 7.5 or something like that. You know, on a true true scale, where 5 would be awful.
Scale.
Yeah, exactly, and stuff like that. But no, it was enjoyable. Again, I haven't played Tekken since PS1 days, really, and stuff like that. But it was really solid. If anything, I actually wish we just got more episodes and we could have fleshed out some of the other characters because it really only focuses on like.
Does it start like when? Like younger and it goes through until like it goes until what's his name
Kazuya. Yeah
like when he's good to when he's not so good.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah,
it was there. Hopefully it was successful. Hopefully we'll see more.
Yeah,
it's good.
All right, Mike, what about you?
The only other thing I've seen is Ashley's. She normally like rewatches stuff from her childhood, and it's just on constantly in the background. And right now, the show that I am seeing secondhand like that is Seventh Heaven, which might be the so bad it's good. It's right there on the border of it. It's so dumb. It's so bad, especially in light of like, you know, the main character, the actor, like is turns out he's. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot it. Oh shit.
Yeah. And there's even like an episode or two where he's just like someone like.
It was the dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. The dad who in this show is constantly built up as like the perfect human being and can solve everyone else's problems.
Pastor or
Yes. And he solves everyone else's problems, and like someone's like. He's like, sometimes when you were abused, like he's like, yes, sometimes some men can do things like that. I'm like, ooh, oh boy. So,
meta.
Yeah. So it's not a good show by any stretch, but I guess like it hits a nostalgic place for some people. But it's funny enough, and it's funny to catch the cameos too. I see Penny from Big Bang Theory. She's on there once. Yep.
Blown up or not.
There's a bunch of people come in there. And I saw Jane Lynch in there too. Jessica Biel, obviously. Although her character is ridiculous as well. That's the other thing. Like this guy is like the perfect pastor, and all his kids like get arrested periodically. Like they all do like shitty things all the time.
Gotta rebel
so funny.
Against that parent.
Yeah, but then also like I don't know. It's like a morality play that you could not have a show like this, pedophilia notwithstanding, you could not have a show like this now because no one would have the patience for this sort of moralizing that a show does like very religious sort of like.
Or,
Yeah, it's not even that old, but you couldn't do this now, and probably shouldn't because it's just lame.
No, I think it
whatever.
just turned into CW shows, really.
oh, that's where
I think
that
this
was,
was the
wasn't it?
CW.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It
I
just
mean,
CW's like demographic just shifted and stuff like that.
but yeah, I've seen a bit of that. I probably will continue to in the background at least. That's about it.
Okay. All right. Let's get into some news, guys. Let's see what we get here. Let's kick it off with bad news from Warner Brothers again. I'd like to kick it off with that one. Two things.